Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, it's Snell again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Snell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Straight ahead running. Here's McFarland. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 69 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
On play action, now Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops it.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots on the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
On 1st down, McFarland. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, McFarland.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's second down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense worked their way back onto the...
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gives to the first man through. Watt. Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They go with Watt again, the fullback.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Another carry in the game for the fullback line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the 44, Pickett able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Hands to the up man. This is Watt. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
2nd and 5 now. Pickett, completion here to Claypool. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. In motion left goes a tight end. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
From the 16, Pickett completes this one to Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
give. This is their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 42. A give to the fullback on the dive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Pickett.
Open man here is Gentry. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The fullback wide. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on fourth down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. The fullback Watt with a run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Pickett back to throw.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Second down and goal. Pickett. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. To throw his Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Carr.
Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr out to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And that didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Drake. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Austin.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted.
Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Slant to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On play action, it's Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Again, it's Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes Chase Claypool and the Steeler offense. Helmets back on and ready to go. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 36, Pickett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 30 on second down, Pickett steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To the air on first down with Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Caught on the slant. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
On 1st down, Drake, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Carr completes it, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Carr now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Here's White.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Again, this is White.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Zamir White taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fielded at the 20.
Nice Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Up the middle they go with Drake. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continued here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll find the road here, and he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 33-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They run for it with Harris. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. And he gets it down to the 32.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I don't know if Coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now what a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This is Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run with Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up and keep 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
52's the mark, boy, 52.
On 2nd and goal. Pickett. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr. That's complete to Robinson.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Tyson Alualu, his second sack of the night.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He finds his man complete. That's Adams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll go up the middle with White. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's White.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Carr, gotta have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run again with Harris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
In motion left goes a tight end. They hand this off to Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On third down, here's Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Pittsburgh,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5 and 10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.